False information is a global problem that ignites tempers and divides communities. During his interview for The Social Dilemma, a film that exposed the polarizing algorithms of social media, former director of monetization at Facebook, Tim Kendall, said he was most afraid of civil war being the result. The world watched as that potential manifested during the United States Capitol attack on January 6th.
I think social media can be one of two things. It can be a really great tool to get information out to your citizenry, but I also think it can be very dangerous if the wrong things are getting out there.
Muskogee Nation Press Secretary Jason Salzman tells us misinformation and disinformation are no stranger to their citizens.
Misinformation on social media sort of catches fire a little bit. I think people on social media tend to gravitate towards maybe negativity a little more than they do positivity.
But social media users don't hold all of the blame. Earlier this year, the Washington Post and a former Facebook product manager turned whistleblower exposed harmful practices, like the social network algorithms ranking anger 5 times higher than likes, effectively promoting and even inciting negative emotions in its users. While both misinformation and disinformation are false information, misinformation can inadvertently be wrong. Disinformation is intentionally wrong, created by people who are meaning to trick you on purpose, for reasons including garnering personal support or to make others look bad. But even worse than citizens sharing troubling content on social media is when misinformation and disinformation come from people with actual authority. In today's modern times, Salzman says false information is a threat to tribal sovereignty.
I think that we have, been unfortunately on the negative end of some misinformation out on social media. The sky is falling narrative was used by the state in arguments before the Supreme Court. I don't think anybody is unaware of the fact that those arguments did not win.
In last year's McGirt versus Oklahoma ruling, the Supreme Court decided reservations in Oklahoma had never been disestablished by Congress, effectively declaring the state had been trampling all over their rights for more than a century.
Turning back 116 years in a year and a half is not feasible. This decision has been awarded. It's the greatest victory for tribal sovereignty in the history of our government as a tribe, and to implement it, we're going to all need to work together.
As far as the Muskogee Nation is concerned, Salzman tells us official government-related updates only come from the Muskogee Nation on Facebook. For more helpful tips, visit the VNN Media Library. For VNN, I'm Brittany Harlow.